Hello, everyone, and welcome to the FNaF Iceberg. If you don't know how the icebergs work, pretty much there's a bunch of different categories of the iceberg, ranging from the sky to the middle to the darkest depths below, with each layer representing more and more obscure facts and or trivia about the series. So today, we'll be looking at one based around Five Nights at Freddy's. So let's start with the first category, which I will be naming the sky. Number 1. Rare Screens. Throughout the FNaF series, rare screens are quite popular, with little things such as Freddy and Bonnie and Chica looking at you in FNaF 1, to the screens of Springtrap in FNaF 3 opening apart his endoskeleton. A pretty common thing in FNaF, but a well-beloved one from fans. Shadow animatronics. In FNaF 2, we were introduced to Shadow Freddy and Shadow Bonnie throughout the office and in the parts and service room. In FNaF 3, we got a minigame with Shadow Bonnie. But as far as I can recall, there hasn't been many big things talking about the shadows since then. So that leads to a lot of speculation on what they might be. Springlock. The Springlock suits in FNaF 4, which is where they were introduced, are a set of suits that can double as both animatronic and wearable suit through the use of spring locks. This was ultimately how William Afton died in FNaF 3. Bite of 83 plus 87. The Bite of 83 was in FNaF 4, which involved Fredbear biting the small child, and Bite of 87 was in 1987, where an unknown animatronic bit the frontal lobe of another customer. There's a lot of debate between which bite happened when, and if they're both the same bite, or if anything like that happened. But it has been confirmed by Scott that the Bite of 83 is different from the Bite of 87. Paper Pals. The Paper Pals are a bunch of little paper plates in the FNaF 2, one of the cams. They sit there and don't do anything. There's a small chance that they may appear in your office in FNaF 2, I believe. They were also a playable character in FNaF World, and they were in UCN, but besides that, they haven't made many big appearances. It's me. In FNaF 1, you can occasionally see the message, "It's me" pop up. Many has theorized what this means, but nobody quite has the answer. On to the next layer. This is around the tip of the iceberg. I always come back. This was a line uttered by Scraptrap in Five Nights at Freddy's 6, and is now attributed with Springtrap as a whole, considering how many times he's come back from death in the series. XOR, or Zor as Scott refers to him, is just JJ, but shadowified. They first appeared in Ultimate Custom Night and haven't appeared since. FNaF VR Beta. I'm not quite sure what this one is referring to, but I believe that it's referring to the beta copy that some YouTubers were sent early before FNaF VR actually showed up, which includes a couple different things, but is mostly just the same game. JJ. JJ is a recolor of Balloon Boy. Was first seen in FNaF 2 as an Easter egg, and then was later shown in FNaF World Update 2, and UCN. Phone Guy in FNaF 4. In FNaF 4, there's an Easter egg where Phone Guy can be heard talking, however it is extremely distorted and muffled. Afton Family. The Afton Family is one of the biggest parts of the FNaF series, including William Afton, his wife, and his 2 sons. They have been a big source of theories throughout the years, and still are. Now we're getting below the tip of the iceberg, but not too deep in. About the 3rd layer. Sparky the Dog. In FNaF 1, Sparky the Dog was a hoax that people claimed you could see in the parts and service cam. It was ultimately debunked by the person who made it, and he showed that it was in fact a fake little edit. Showtime. In Five Nights at Freddy's VR, there was a button that said Showtime. Clicking it then and now does nothing. It was originally intended to make the animatronics sing a song, but they couldn't figure out the correct voice actors for some of the characters, so it was ultimately scrapped. However, an unused version of it still is in the game files. You can find it in YouTube if you search FNaF Help Wanted Showtime animation or something. Open box in FNaF World. In the files of FNaF World, there's an image of the FNaF 4 box, but opened. People have speculated that FNaF World might have revealed the contents of the box, but we never know because it wasn't in the game. FNaF 4 is a dream. It is theorized by many that FNaF 4 is a dream because of the animatronics being called nightmares, and certain other things about the child that we know from the minigames. Dawko. Dawko is a popular FNaF YouTuber who has collaborated with Scott on a couple of occasions, doing charity live streams and of the such. He is a very popular FNaF YouTuber and probably one of the best. Medical supplies in bedroom. There's an Easter egg in FNaF 4 where if you look at your bed, sometimes you can see some medical supplies, such as an IV drip, some pills, or a nice light vase of flowers. With this, people have suggested that it is a hint that the child may be dead, or dying, in the FNaF 4. Old Man Consequences. Old Man Consequences is a character in FNaF World who is shaped like a red alligator-like creature, where you can only find after going 4 layers deep in the flip side. Talking to him will give you one of the endings, and going into his river will give you another. He showed up in Ultimate Custom Night as well, as an antagonist. Unused Lives. There was a planned idea for lives in FNaF 2 and 3, however it was ultimately scrapped. Hidden Minigame. There have been many hidden minigames throughout the series, such as the ones in FNaF 3 that lead to the good ending, and the ones in FNaF 6 that you can get by playing with the machines, as well as others. The hidden minigames have become a staple of the FNaF franchise, with some in almost every game. Unused Puppet Render. In FNaF 2, there's an unused render of the puppet, which appears to be him standing in the office. This never shows up in-game, and was likely cut due to his mechanics being changed. Freddy and Henry Stickmin. In the Henry Stickmin game, Escaping the Complex, you can see Freddy if you go into one of the buildings during one of the choice scenes. He will do a little jump scare, and that's about it. FNaF World Controversy. FNaF World was a very controversial game. Some people thought that it was just a really bad RPG, some didn't like how it was taking this series, and other people just didn't like the art style. I think FNaF World is good, but most of the fanbase disagrees. The Box. As mentioned earlier in another layer, the box is another part of FNaF that was originally shown in FNaF 4. Text appears when you see it saying that the contents are all the pieces inside. That will solve the franchise. People have been trying to figure out what's in this box or how to open it because everyone wants to know the secrets of the games. But there is no way to open it, and who knows if we will ever figure out what's inside that box. FNaF 4 bedroom and hallway in sister location. During the Funtime Freddy Breaker Room minigame, you can see maps of the FNaF 4 bedroom and the hallway from the Plush Trap minigame on the breaker thing. This has made people theorize that sister location and FNaF 4 are connected in some way, with the sister location possibly being connected to the FNaF 4 bedroom. Alright, we're at the second to last layer here. This is where things start to get pretty interesting. Freddy Bear. On the FNaF 1 Steam page, Scott incorrectly refers to Freddy as Freddy Bear, because this was his original name. It has since been fixed, but it was there for a long time. FNaF 3 Shadow Freddy. In FNaF 3, there's an Easter egg where if you look all the way to your left, a Shadow Freddy-like creature will appear. Also, during the FNaF 3 minigames that happen between nights, Shadow Freddy will tell you to follow him and lead you to the purple guy's room where he will kill you. This has made people theorize what Shadow Freddy's involvement is in the franchise, and who he is. However, it still is theorized today, and we may not have the answer. Yellow Bear. In the original files for FNaF 1, Golden Freddy was referred to as Yellow Bear, and he was only referred to as Golden Freddy by popular YouTubers. So, the fanbase decided to run with the name. Scott eventually accepted the fanbase's name for Golden Freddy, and, well, named him Golden Freddy. However, like I said, it is important to note that his original name was Yellow Bear. So, maybe think twice before referring to him as Golden Freddy. Mangle Suicide. After FNaF World released, a bunch of cryptic teasers of the FNaF World Mangle being hung were shown. I don't quite remember what this was showing. I think it was just Scott kinda angry that FNaF World failed, but they were really scary and cryptic back when they first came out. The Rise of Franken Freddy. This was the original name for the Curse of Dreadbear DLC for FNaF Help Wanted. There's not much to say besides that. They changed it to Curse of Dreadbear. We are now at the final layer, where all the creepiest and most secretive mysteries appear. FNaF World Update 3. FNaF World has two main updates, 1.0, which was when the game first came out, and 2.0, which added the Halloween things and the fun minigames. People speculated that an Update 3 may come out, however, it never has. Criminal. The YouTube channel Squimpish McGrimpish has been uploading FNaF VHS type videos, and in the one featuring Toy Bonnie, he mutters the line "criminal" multiple times, while an image of purple guy is shown, until the purple guy image turns purple. This has been a very, very popular video, and has been memed, redrawn, and referenced countless times on the FNaF Reddit and other places. What's inside the box? Like we mentioned when talking about the box, people don't quite know what's inside of the FNaF 4 box. But people have theorized some ideas. However, none of them have been confirmed nor denied by Scott. FNaF World on Steam. FNaF World was originally on Steam for, I think, about a week, maybe a couple days, before it was taken down. If you still have it on Steam, you're pretty cool. Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria real location. Do not research. There's been some images floating around of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza being real. And due to my research, I cannot confirm nor deny the theory of it being real. I hope you guys have enjoyed this, because I sure have. Let me know if you guys would like more Iceberg videos or anything like this. Thank you again to my friend Max the Corgi for editing this video. If you don't subscribe to him already, subscribe to him with the link in the description. That's all, guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.